Right now, we're talking to Democratic representative of California's 21st Congressional District, Jim Costa, live from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Congressman. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Jim, and it's great, always great to be on Great Day. Thank you.
Well, one thing I wanted to ask you about, one lesson we learned from the pandemic, if we didn't realize before, and that was the value of nurses. So tell me about the National Nursing Shortage Task Force Act. What exactly is that? How does it work?
Well, thank you very much. During the pandemic, we learned that not only do we have a physician shortage, but we have a nursing shortage as well. It's estimated that we lost over 100,000 nurses across the country as a result of retirement, nurses that are burned out and stressed. It's estimated that over the next 7-8 years, we're going to need another 7,000 to 8,000 nurses just in the San Joaquin Valley alone. The U.S. will need, the United States, over 200,000 nurses over the next decade, and that's why I've introduced legislation called the National Nursing Shortage Task Force. This legislation will be made up of nursing experts, educators, healthcare professionals, and others to really make recommendations to the Congress and the President on how we can address this nursing shortage, not only in our valley but across the country. I'll tell you, in Fresno State, where we have a baccalaureate nursing program, it's a 2-year wait just to get into the nursing program. And we have our community colleges like Fresno City College that do a terrific job, and others, but they are having great difficulty getting the faculty necessary to train the next generation of nurses. And that's why we put together a consortium with our community colleges, Fresno State, to really see what we can do in the interim to improve and increase the amount of nurses that we really very much need in our valley and throughout the country.
That's right. And I also wanted to ask you about the bipartisan infrastructure law that's bringing funding to the valley. What can you tell us about that?
Well, the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure packages that we passed in the last Congress is the largest single investment that we've made in America's infrastructure. You'd have to go back to the Eisenhower administration. It's truly long overdue. We've been living off the investments that our parents and grandparents have made in our investments in water, in transportation, and now, of course, we need to ensure that every community in America has access to broadband. And the infrastructure package will do just that, to provide infrastructure in water. We're going to provide literally hundreds of millions of dollars. We're raising BF Sisk Dam. It's under construction now. That will add 130,000 acre-feet of additional water supply, which we very much need. Repairs of the Bryant Kern Canal, hundreds of millions of dollars that's being spent as we speak. The Delta Mendota Canal, the California Aqueduct, and our freeway systems. We're seeing improvements along Highway 99 from 4 lanes to 6 lanes, from Fowler to Selma and Kingsburg. We're seeing that from Madera to the San Joaquin River. These are desperately needed investments. In the Fresno Air Terminal, significant investments there for transportation needs. So for water, for transportation, and for broadband, this bipartisan infrastructure package will create thousands and thousands of jobs, help improve the economy, and provide the infrastructure that Americans need and deserve.
You're also a senior member of the House Agriculture Committee, and you and others recently introduced something called the Fridge Act. Can you explain what that is and what it's designed to do?
Well, we're in the process of reauthorizing the Farm Bill, which is America's safety net to ensure that American agriculture, California, the #1 agricultural state in the nation, continues to be able to do what they do best, which is put food on America's dinner table, the highest nutritional food at the best cost value anywhere in the world. The legislation that we've introduced will provide additional assistance to not only California agriculture, but the country as well, to ensure that we have the supply chains necessary to get that food from the farm place to market. And clearly it's one of the additional tools that I think will benefit California agriculture. And as we work very hard to put together the reauthorization of the Farm Bill for not only in terms of the commodities that we grow in California, but nutrition. Nutrition is very key for the SNAP program, women's, infants, and children's, and our school lunch and breakfast programs, all absolutely an essential part of America's safety net.
All right, Congressman Jim Costa, thank you so much for joining us here on Great Day. Great Day will be right back.